Newsflash. World. The world has officially split. We're all winging it. I'm tired of my own crap right now. I'm going to hear on a level that I've never heard before. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the video that is going out in the place of Lucy Davis live at 5 p.m. UK time today. Unfortunately, I have had to pre-record it. I didn't realise, I was saying to somebody yesterday, I'm so looking forward to doing my YouTube live tomorrow. Really wanted to build some passion, and then I looked at my diary and I'm absolutely back to back from 1 o'clock this afternoon all the way through till 8 p.m. So of course I can't come on live. So yes, I am doing this video just before then, so that the information is fresh and coming out to you hot to trot, as I like to do. So ladies and gents, we have had a massive week in so many ways. We have had full moon, lunar eclipse. We have had a massive purge taking place on the planet. We're in, this massive period of emotional revelation. I think that's the best way of us putting it right now. And what that is looking like is people are losing their shit. How does that feel with you? How does that sit with you? Are you witnessing people really losing it right now? Now, before I go any further, I am just going to give you a little bit of an update. If you do not follow me on Instagram, please do head over to that channel and hit the follow, and go back and watch the last few lives that I have done. It has been amazing. Last week, I had a gorgeous follower of mine called Karina reach out to me and say, Lucy, I would like to pay a ticket forward for Mastering Your Mind next Saturday, which is obviously coming up this Saturday as this video goes out. And so I shared that information with my followers. I was like, it's really beautiful. I'm donating some free tickets, but also I've got this person who's paid one forward. Off the back of that, we have seen this absolute avalanche of people who are buying in to this pay it forwards, and it has gone off to the point that I yesterday was crying, and I was completely humbled by the efforts that have gone on around the world for people to contribute. Every now and again we get somebody who does that, but it has been amazing the amount of people who have reached out. So I just want to say a massive thank you. And just, it's a sign of the times that we are living in, that we are coming together, people in Australia, people in America, people in Dubai, buying tickets for people when they know they can't go to the event. They just want to gift it forwards because the events have been so life-changing for them. How amazing is that? And this, my friends, is really the topic of today's video. We have the split that is taking place in the world. The world has officially split, and there is nothing that we can do about it. We have part of the world who are in this beautiful, abundant mindset of, I'm going to pay it forward. I'd like to help people, a real service to humanity. And then we have the other side that are in victim consciousness. Now, I know this video today is going to trigger many people because they're going to be like, but I'm serving humanity, but they damn well know that they're in victim consciousness right now. And this is going to be the trigger point of this video. I am not intentionally poking the bear. I am bringing a message that came through me this morning from source to your attention, into your consciousness, so you can do something about it or not. It's completely up to you. We all get triggered. I get triggered. You get triggered. And the thing is if we're honest about it, then we can actually heal ourselves. However, because the world has split, we are jealous of people that are seemingly have their stuff together, seemingly more abundant than us. We are having these feelings of, why is that not happening to me? Why is that person getting that results and I'm not getting that results? And my friends, this is where your lack of ownership is really coming to the surface to heal. Now, I say on all of my programs and everything that I do on these videos all the time, work off of the premise that you are the problem. Now, so many people get this and they're like, oh my God, that's so simple. Yep. But in reality, they're not taking it on board. I've recently read something whereby somebody was like, I know I am the problem. And then they continue to blame other people. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. So, on a level, they are getting that they are the problem. However, they are still not recognizing that they are the solution. Their effort is the solution. Their honesty with self is the solution. What we've learned over the years, or at least what I've learned over the last 10 years of me doing this job, is it's very easy for us to get caught up in that I don't remember and I don't really know. That's just an excuse. That is just literally you going, I'm not willing to go there because I know it's going to be really painful. And actually, it's all those people's faults. And my friends, this is victim consciousness. We must recognize within ourselves that every single one of us has victim consciousness. Now, I did an Instagram live this morning on the topic of false light. False light is all about insecurities. It's all about, us handing our power over to give it to something else. Of course, we can see false light in other people. Of course, of course, of course. And we can observe it. And there are things like entities and possessions and stuff like that. And I really do get that. However, what we must be focusing on in this period of time is the false light within ourselves, and that is our victimhood. That is the way that our ego is manipulating us, that it's everybody else's fault and not your own. Like, you have lived the experience you have lived, premised on the experience that you've given yourself, premised on the stories that you've been holding on to. And there are many people out there on the planet who are justifying their actions because of, well, I haven't had a decent upbringing, or, well, I wasn't born in the right place in town. Well, I didn't go to a good school. Oh, well, you had it a lot easier than me. How do you know? How do you know that? That's your assumptions. That's your victimhood. Oh, yeah, but your family was much more wealthy. That didn't stop the person getting abused. Didn't stop any of that. Your judgments, your stories are essentially catapulting your victim consciousness. When you get triggered, it's your trigger. It's not anybody else's. It's yours. You are the one having the reaction. I am the one having the reaction. But if I'm sat here communicating about, this victim consciousness is a real thing, and when you work off the pretense that you're the problem, very quickly you can find a solution, very quickly you can move forwards with your life, and you can experience growth at an exponential rate. But if you're not willing to go, actually, this is me, I'm not hearing, I'm not investing the time. If all those people over there are getting results and I'm not, like, the problem is you. You can fluff it up and you can make up any stories that work for you, but you are stunting your own growth. Newsflash. When are you going to get the memo? Your triggers are your triggers, not that person's fault. Why should they watch what they say just because you might have a reaction? They don't know how you're going to react to anything. You can say hello to somebody in the wrong voice or the wrong tone and they have a reaction. Is hello offensive? No. So it's down to the individual that is receiving the message. And I hope this message is coming across very loud and clear. You are not in control of yourself. You are in victim consciousness. Why me is victim consciousness. It's really fascinating. I had a gorgeous conversation with somebody yesterday. And what I said to them was, they were like, I just don't feel like I'm good enough financially. And what I said to them was, if that was me, this is how I would react. So let's say, for example, I don't feel like I'm getting the growth that I need to be getting, or, in fact, no, let's stick to the example that I was given yesterday. I don't feel that I am financially abundant like I deserve to be. I would go, right, Lucy Davis, why are you blocking yourself? Like, what is it that is blocking you? Do you have a fear of success? Do you have a fear of being seen? Do you have a fear of money doesn't grow on trees, or this limiting belief that is across the whole spiritual movement of money is evil? Think about the darkness that goes on around money. Like, there are so many different stories that we can tell ourselves where financial abundance is concerned. I'm not worthy. So, what I would do in that situation, like me, Lucy Davis, as I am today, if I think, I'm not earning quite as much as I think I should do, I sit down with a piece of paper and I go, right, how can I change this up? What do I need to do? Do I need to get a part-time job? Do I need to, do more stuff on social media? Do I need to do some advertising? Do I need to do some marketing? Do I need to do whatever? The thing is, most people that want financial abundance are only willing to work 7 till 3, 8 till 4. Most people that want to be successful also want work-life balance. And yes, absolutely, you can get that from it. If you come up with an amazing invention and just hand it over and watch the money roll in, absolutely, you can have that. But in my experience of setting up a business, which is what most people want these days, most people want their own business so they can work the hours that they want to work, they can do what they want to do, they can go on holiday when they want to go, and they don't need to report to anybody. Now, my experience of setting up a business is you got to put the graft in up front. So many people say to me, oh my God, yeah, I'm going to set up a coaching business. And then 6 months later, a year later, they come to me and they're like, I can't get any clients. Or maybe I've had one client a month, or every now and again, I get a client. People think it's easy because people like me go out there and, we're doing the do. However, it's not easy getting clients. It's not easy to get people to invest money in themselves. It's not easy to get people to part with their hard-earned money when everything is so expensive. It's not easy to, create that. So it needs an effort like many people aren't willing to give. And this is why people give up. They do this and I can't do that. Think about it. In 2020, my whole business in 2020 was premised off of live events. Live events. I had a small online program. I still have it today, the Breakthrough program. But other than that, I had nothing. I had to pivot my business in 2020 at the start of lockdown in March, kind of end of February, start of March, pivoted my whole business. I put Self Love Club online. I put all of my meetings online. I put everything online. All of my Self Love Club in-person events went online. Everything went online because I had to pivot. I could have given up. I could have waited for lockdown to finish, but I knew that I needed to survive financially. So I had to pivot. I had to do something to literally shift so that I could start earning, the kind of money that I knew that I deserved to be earning. I could have gone into panic. I left corporate in 2017. I easily could have gone into panic, but my business grew exponentially through lockdown. Why? Because people were panicking. People needed some grounding, but also it became very convenient. You didn't have to go anywhere. You didn't have to travel. You could access it online. So I could have got in my head and got into victim consciousness. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to go back to corporate. Oh my God, I've been out of it 3 years. How am I going to cope with that? Da, 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 da. Or you can go, right, how am I going to look at this? And this, my friends, is what is going to be happening on the 22nd of March in Birmingham. We are going to be learning how to master the mind. Not run away with the mind when you are mid passionate experience or mid flow of a situation. Not that. Come to our heart space and go, right, what is it that we're looking to do here? What are we looking to create here? And then literally creating it off the back of it. This is what's so important. This victim consciousness of why me, it's all your fault, you don't do this, you don't do that. Another good example is somebody that says, I don't feel like I get any love from you, I don't feel like I'm being nurtured by you. Oh, now obviously there is a reality of people not nurturing you, but we do have to recognize that people tend to mirror each other, but also you feel as to where you are at with yourself. So if you are cross with yourself, you are going to be cross with the person that is probably trying to help you. So if there's anybody watching this today and you're feeling a little bit cross, you're probably going to get cross with me. How dare you? Who do you think you are? When in reality, I'm sat here innocently in a room in my house talking to you guys about something which is going to change your life if you step your ego to one side and recognize that actually, you know, you holding yourself back, you having limiting beliefs, you thinking that somebody's going to come and save you is actually creating disruption. It's actually stopping you from achieving those things that you want to do. And this is the wild thing about it. You can achieve anything that I've got. You can achieve anything that you set your mind to. It's just you're blocking yourself because you're in victim consciousness. You're in victim mode. You're in victimhood. You're in a lower vibration. You cannot step yourself out of fear because you're in panic. Oh my God, I haven't got enough money for this. Oh my God, I can't do that. And you let things run away rather than going, right, I need to create the abundance for £77 for my ticket to go to Mastering Your Mind on Saturday. That's what I want to do. I want to create that. And then looking at different ways that that can be created for you. Instead, you go, oh, it's not fair. Why is it so expensive? £77 for a day seminar is nothing. You go online, people that do this stuff charge hundreds, thousands. And this is victim consciousness. This is you saying, I am not worthy. I do not deserve. I actually quite like moaning and bitching and whinging about the situation that I'm in. This is what this is an interesting one. So obviously I've been doing coaching for approximately 10 years. I have people that come to me and they're like, I've been doing stuff for 10, 15, 20 years, Lucy, and nothing works. Nothing works. Nothing can help me. If you've been doing stuff for 10, 15, 20 years and nothing's working, go and look at yourself in the mirror. And I mean, take the rose tinted glasses off and look at yourself in the mirror. The only reason it is not working is the person that looks back at you. Tough talk, I know. The world has split and you are in victim consciousness. The world has split and you think that you're on the side that is going to be, this love and light and all the rest of it. And all you're doing is competing with people. All you're doing is holding yourself back. All you're doing is living in delusion. You think you're perfect. None of us are perfect. You think that you're an expert. None of us are an expert. None of us. I don't care. Like, I get a bit triggered by the words like guru and expert and stuff because I'm like, none of us are. We're all winging it. We're all here on this planet winging it. And anybody that says different to you is a bloody liar. Tony Robbins, yes, he can probably master this and master that and yada, yada, yada. But I guarantee that man loses it. How do I know that? I was at a seminar with him many years ago. And one of the processes that he does is pre-recorded. He walked off stage and he was swearing. He was swearing his head off because he was having pain in his body somewhere, but they hadn't turned his mic off. So, like, even the best of the best are winging it. Even the best of the best. So please do not think that anybody that is telling you they're an expert, if they're telling you an expert, they are talking shit. So why are you trying to compete with that? Why are you comparing yourself to somebody that can't even be honest with themselves? The world has split. It's obvious the world has split. There is such a clear distinction between people that are living in love and kindness and abundance and the people that are still like, oh my God. Now I'm not saying people that are in their victim consciousness aren't going to navigate their way over. Of course they are. But the first step that they had to recognize is that they're in victim consciousness. And there's so many people that speak to me, that reach out to me and they're like, no, I'm not. But this has happened and my partner did this and so did this and so did that. And I'm like, you're really missing a memo. There is no other way that we are going to evolve other than being honest with ourselves, other than being brutally honest with ourselves. It's rare that I step into victim consciousness, but I do. It's rare that I say, why is this happening to me? But when I do, I'm like, whoa, where has this come from? This isn't me. And then I get back to, right, what is it that has brought this feeling up? What does me, or at whatever age is coming up right now, need? And at the moment, it's predominantly my 15-year-old, 16-year-old self who went through the divorce, who found out my sister was an addict and all of those things. Like I'm stepping through that at the moment. I've been the 8-year-old child, I've been the 5-year-old child, I've been the 11-year-old child, I've been older than that. But right now, I'm just stepping through, because all of this is coming up to the surface for us to heal. It's tough right now. The energies are rife right now. We are being battered right now. We are being beaten right now. Why the heck we agreed to incarnate to do this, I have got no idea. The planet is literally moving. We are literally evolving. We are literally shedding our armor and dropping all of the nonsense. We're on a mission to level up and to healing. And the only way that we're going to do this is by honesty. So take a moment, look at yourself without your rose tinted glasses on and be honest. Are you happy with your health? Are you happy with your love life? Are you happy with your friends? Are you happy with your family? Are you happy with your financial situation? Are you happy with where you live? Are you happy with the car that you drive? Are you happy with the emotions that you feel? Are you happy with your emotional intelligence? Are you happy with the kindness that you share with the world? Or are you delusional and you are pretending and kind of like faking it till you make it kind of thing? Because that real, raw, truthful voice at the back is what you're going to experience life as. If you do not feel that you deserve everything that you tell people that you deserve, I know I'm worthy, I know I'm worthy, but really behind closed doors, you don't think that at all, you're going to get what's going on behind closed doors. You're not going to get the fake it till you make it speech that you give yourself. Absolutely not. We have shifted from the mind into the heart. So the thoughts, and like we're in a world where the thoughts can just completely disrupt you. That's it. Whereas if you can feel it and if you can breathe it and if you can feel comfortable coming from your heart space, you have the capacity to create anything. And I mean, yes, even that million lottery win or whatever it is. If you truly believe that you deserve it and there is a much higher purpose for you experiencing that win, that isn't going to be a lesson of you to lose it all or anything like that, then you can create that feeling from your heart. As soon as your mind kicks in as, oh God, I'm not going to, I can't do that and I can't do that and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to produce what I'm talking about producing, you are sabotaging it. You have the capacity to create anything in this world, and you are sabotaging you. Your triggers are your responsibility. It's not up to the person down the road or the person coaching you or whatever. None of that. It's you. You are being triggered by you. Maybe because you don't put enough effort in. Maybe because you are not feeling the love. When I speak to a partner or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I need a cuddle right now. Like I just, it's coming from me. I feel it's me. It's not because this person might feel a little bit distant or whatever because they're mirroring me and how I'm feeling. Maybe I'm feeling distant. Maybe I'm feeling insecure. Maybe I'm going through something and I'm perceiving it in the other person. That's the beautiful thing about this human existence. We have a feeling, and what happens is we perceive it and we look for it everywhere. Right, show me that I'm right, validate me that I should feel insecure, validate me that this person is going to cheat on me, validate that this person doesn't love me. And you will find 101 different reasons as to why the feeling that you've got is justifiable. The feelings that you have got should be there. And then we spiral because we lean into that trigger rather than going, hey, I'm feeling triggered right now. Please can I have a cuddle? Please can you hold my hand? Please can you give me some love? Please can you? We must take responsibility. If we want to live in a world of peace and harmony, and we want to choose a world of kindness and abundance and love, ladies and gents, you've got to do the work. You've got to stop making up excuses of, oh, this is nothing new. I've heard all this shit before. Like, if you've heard it before, why have you not healed? If you've been here and done this, Why are you continuing to having to go through these cycles? Let me tell you, you are blocking yourself. You are limiting yourself. You're not recognizing that you are the problem. Oh, yeah, but Lucy, my partner, my so and so, my so and so. It's all about your perspective on things. And of course, when somebody doesn't stroke your hair and validate you, yeah, yeah, they're there. They're there. That's all okay. That's all reasonable. Of course, it's all their fault. You go, I don't like you. You're not being loving. You're not being kind. How about they're attempting to change your perspective so you level up? How about the rudeness that you give out is what you receive back? If you come from a space of love with everything, without all this verbal diarrhea of just garbaging over absolutely everybody, you can change your life. It's a choice. But what are you going to choose? Which side of the world are you going to choose? This isn't nonsense anymore. This isn't going to happen in 5 years anymore. This is happening now. Which side are you going to choose? Are you going to be open to the potentiality of anything being a possibility, or are you going to block yourself? Are you going to go, you know what? I'm going to invest in me. I am absolutely going to invest in me becoming my best version. Even if it means I've got to look at myself as being the problem. Even if it means I've got to drop all the crap that I've been telling myself about my child, about my mother, about my father, about my upbringing, about my schooling, about everything else, about my boss, about my siblings. At some point, we have to take a look at ourselves. At some point, we have got to recognize that the only way out is in. I am loving what is unfolding right now. Don't get me wrong, some days it is heavy. Some days I get 1,000 emails and it's like, wow, gosh, you know? But I read them and I look at them and I read the messages and I'm like, wow, what a time we are living in. And I am so glad I did this 10 years ago. 11, 12 years ago. I'm so glad that I started this deep work when nobody else was going through it, even though I felt like an absolute oddball and an absolute lunatic and an absolute freak of nature, to be honest with you. And I don't like to call myself names, but that's how I felt back then because I didn't know the power of words. Whereas now I'm looking and I'm like, wow, okay, this is coming up. Lucy, this is victim consciousness. Brilliant. Well done for acknowledging it. Right. What is it that you need in this now moment? Okay, I can deal with that. Right, okay, let's move on to the next thing. But there are people out there that are literally losing it. I mean, do you know people that you're looking at the moment? You're like, wow, you are literally losing it. And normally you're a calm, collected, creative, gorgeous being of light, and here you are, and you're losing it. We're all having things surface right now. We're all having to recognize, where we are controlling and what we are attempting to control, and how we need to release that from our psyche, for want of better words. The times have changed, the world has split, and you have to make a decision as to which world you would like to be in. If you are someone that's like, nothing works for me, and I think I've said this before, but I have a lady who reaches out to me very regularly, and she says to me, I've been doing healing, I've been to all these different people, and nothing has worked. I say to her all the time, you are the problem. You are blocking it. You are going through this situation, not anybody else. I had a beautiful message just this morning from a lady in Australia. Now, I did an online soul school last month, and she came along to it. She won a free ticket to join us, and she's had I think it was hip pain. She's had hip pain going back as far as she can remember, and since then, in the last month, she's had absolutely zero hip pain. Now, I didn't do a healing session on people's hips. But she just got the memo that she doesn't need to feel that pain anymore. She got the memo that her mind is creating this pain. She's got the memo that this pain was being created to serve her in one way, shape, or form. And she's gone, actually, do you know what? That doesn't serve me anymore. I'm going to let it go. And it's literally that simple. You are the problem. If you are not getting the healing that you would like, if you are not making the progress that you would like to make, you are the problem. The world has split. Which side are you going to be on? Which side do you choose? Do you want to stay in the systems of the government and you want to stay in the systems of the medical system and things like that? Or do you want to be free? Ask yourself the question. Now it is crunch time. Now it is choice time. Now it is time for you to decide, are you going to be honest with you? And if you are going to be honest with you, I would seriously suggest take your gloves off, your boxing gloves, take your shoes off, your Wellington boots off, and actually wade through it with bare feet and bare hands. Really, really get involved in it. Now, I'm not saying go back to your childhood, sit in the pain, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about literally saying, I'm tired of my own crap right now. I'm going to hear on a level that I've never heard before. I'm going to be present on a level like I've never been before. And I'm going to commit to my journey without blaming everybody else. I'm going to watch that finger of blame that I've got and I'm going to actually turn it on myself. Why has this triggered you? Why has this person triggered you? Oh, wow, because they're not giving me what I need. Have you asked that person for what it is that you actually need? Without being angry, without being bitter, without being judgmental, without poking the finger. Have you literally stepped into vulnerability and said, hey, I could really do with some help right now? Or have you gone, you've done this wrong, you've done that wrong, you've done that wrong, you've done that wrong, you've done that wrong, now help me? Because you get met with the same response, and this is the bit that most people are missing. People don't realise where they are with themselves. They think that they're okay. They think that they've got their shit together. Newsflash. None of us have. We're all winging it. So stop trying to be perfect. Stop attempting to make out like you're this beacon of light when actually you're a shadow of your former self. Like, own it. Because when you own it, you can step up and you can relieve yourself from it. Do the do. I love it when people say to me, oh, journaling's a waste of time. And I'm like, brilliant. You're going to be a mess. You're going to be a mess. As simple as that. You can't sit there and say, I'm an overthinker and I've got this going on, I've got that going on, if you're not willing to sit and pick up a journal. You're blocking yourself. You're literally carrying false light. You literally do not want to help yourself heal. So, my gorgeous friends, what are you choosing for your future? Do you want to learn how to navigate these energies? Do you want to learn how you can really create everything from your heart and then send it to your mind and actually really be able to bring it in a lot quicker fashion? Are you really ready to level up once and for all? Are you really ready to level up? If the answer is yes, and whatever your answer is, put it down below this video. If you're ready to really level up, get yourselves along to the 22nd of March in Birmingham, mastering your mind. If for any reason you're outside of the country or you can't get there, get along to Soul School in April, which is online. There is no excuses. The 27th of April. Both links to the tickets will be in the description field. If you really want to change your life, doesn't matter what the event is called. Whatever the event is called, doesn't matter. If you want to change your life, get yourself along and experience the magic. If you continue to sit there and bitch and whinge and make excuses, please stop bitching and whinging at other people. Do it at yourself in front of a mirror. Because this is how we're going to change the world into a world of peace, love, and harmony. Taking ownership of our stuff, being self-responsible, and stepping forwards. Ladies and gents, it has been my absolute pleasure. Once again, I am so sorry that I'm not going to be with you live. I will definitely be back with you live next week, okay? Have the most incredible rest of your day. And like I say, I'll see those of you on Conscious Conversations at 7 p.m. And to everybody else, I will be back with you super soon. Keep your eyes peeled. I have got so many videos coming out. I've got a new moon video that I've channeled. I just need to, solar eclipse video, I need to just film. So that will be back with you guys soon, okay? I love you guys lots. Let me know how this video lands in the comments and I will check in on them later on today. Ciao, ciao for now. Take care.